Imagine a brave knight clad in shining armor facing a formidable foe. His sword gleams in the sunlight and his shield is ready to deflect any attack. But this is no fearsome dragon or mighty warrior, it's a snail. Yes, a tiny, slow-moving snail with a shell on its back. This bizarre scene, captured in medieval manuscripts, might seem absurd at first glance, yet it was a common motif in the margins of these ancient texts. Why would anyone depict a heavily armed knight battling a seemingly harmless snail? What could this strange imagery possibly signify? These peculiar illustrations, scattered across the margins of medieval texts, have puzzled historians and art enthusiasts for centuries. They're not just random doodles, but deliberate, thought-provoking images. They're more than just whimsical doodles, they offer a unique glimpse into the medieval mind, hinting at deeper meanings and social commentaries. Some suggest they represent the struggle between good and evil, or perhaps a satire on the futility of certain battles. The knight-snail motif, while strange to modern eyes, was a recurring theme in medieval art. It appeared frequently, suggesting it held significant meaning for those who created and viewed these manuscripts. Its presence in religious texts, legal documents, and even literature suggests a shared understanding of its symbolism, even if the exact meaning remains elusive. The knight and snail continue to intrigue and mystify, inviting us to ponder the curious minds of the medieval world. To understand the knight-snail battles, we must first delve into the world of medieval marginalia. Marginalia, from the Latin word for margin, refers to the drawings, doodles, and scribbles found in the margins and blank spaces of medieval manuscripts. These additions were not random acts of vandalism, but rather intentional embellishments, often added by the scribes and illuminators themselves. Medieval manuscripts were precious objects, painstakingly crafted by hand over months or even years. The margins, while primarily left blank for aesthetic purposes, provided a space for these artisans to express their creativity and inject a touch of personality into their otherwise formal work. The knight-snail motif was surprisingly widespread. Examples have been found in manuscripts from England, France, Germany, and beyond, spanning the 13th to 16th centuries. This geographical and chronological breadth suggests that the motif resonated across different cultures and time periods. While the exact reason for its popularity remains unknown, its recurrence implies a shared understanding of its symbolism. Some scholars believe the knight-snail battles were a form of visual satire, mocking the chivalric class and their often exaggerated codes of honor. Others see it as a commentary on social anxieties of the time, with the snail representing the peasantry or other marginalized groups challenging the established order. The fact that the snails often appear oversized and menacing in these depictions lends credence to this interpretation. Numerous theories attempt to explain the meaning behind the knight-snail imagery. One popular interpretation suggests that the snail represents the Lombards, a group often viewed negatively in medieval Europe. Their slow, deliberate movement and reputation for usury might have made them an easy target for satire, depicted as a slow-moving, yet persistent threat that even a knight struggles to overcome. Another theory links the snail to resurrection and the afterlife. Snails were known to retreat into their shells during harsh weather, only to emerge later seemingly reborn. This association with resurrection could explain their presence in religious texts, perhaps symbolizing the struggle of the soul against temptation or the challenges of the earthly realm. Glimpses of humanity marginalia as windows to medieval life. Regardless of their intended meaning, the knight-snail illustrations, along with other forms of marginalia, offer invaluable insights into medieval life and culture. These whimsical and often bizarre images challenge our modern perceptions of the medieval mind, revealing a world rich in imagination and humor. They allow us to step outside the formal narratives of history books and peer into the everyday experiences and preoccupations of the people who lived centuries ago. Through these marginal notes and drawings, we gain a more intimate understanding of their lives. their struggles and their joys. Marginalia often depicted scenes from daily life, such as farming, hunting, and even playing games. These illustrations serve as a visual diary, capturing the essence of medieval existence in a way that words alone cannot. These seemingly mundane details provide a rich tapestry of medieval society, revealing the tools they used, the clothes they wore, and the activities that filled their days. Each image is a snapshot of a moment in time, offering a glimpse into the material culture of the past. Through these illustrations, we encounter a world both familiar and strange, where the sacred and the secular intertwine, and humor finds its place even in the most unexpected contexts. Marginalia thus serves as a bridge, connecting us to the humanity of our ancestors and enriching our understanding of their world. More than just doodles, marginalia were an integral part of the medieval manuscript tradition. They served multiple purposes, from providing visual cues for readers to offering commentary on the main text. Sometimes marginalia served as mnemonic devices, helping scribes remember specific passages or themes. In other instances, they provided a platform for social commentary, satire, or even personal reflections. The fact that these editions were often made by the same scribes and illuminators who meticulously copied the main text highlights their significance. Marginalia were not afterthoughts, but rather intentional embellishments that enriched the manuscript's meaning and visual appeal. Humor, in the wholly one striking aspect of medieval marginalia, is the prevalence of humor, often bordering on the absurd. Alongside religious iconography and scholarly texts, we find whimsical creatures, grotesque figures, and scenes of slapstick comedy. The knight-snail battles, with their inherent incongruity, exemplify this playful spirit. They remind us that medieval people, despite living in a world vastly different from our own, possessed a sense of humor and were not averse to poking fun at themselves and their societal norms. This lightheartedness, often overlooked in traditional historical narratives, adds another dimension to our understanding of the medieval world, revealing a society that was not solely defined by piety and religious devotion. Unveiling the everyday, while official documents and chronicles often focused on the lives of kings, queens, and religious figures, marginalia offered a glimpse into the lives of ordinary people. The scenes of peasants working, artisans practicing their crafts, and children playing provide a valuable counterpoint to the grand narratives of history. Through these illustrations, we encounter the everyday experiences of medieval society, the joys, sorrows, and mundane realities that shaped their lives. We see their clothes, their tools, their homes, and their interactions with one another, offering a richer and more nuanced understanding of their daily existence. Marginalia, in this sense, democratize history, giving voice to those often relegated to the sidelines. A call to explore the bizarre battle between knights and snails, a curious and whimsical scene that sparks our imagination and curiosity. Preserved in the margins of medieval manuscripts, these illustrations serve as a reminder that history is more than just a collection of dates and names. They are a testament to the creativity and humor of the people of that era. It's a tapestry woven from countless individual stories, beliefs, and experiences. Each illustration, no matter how small, adds a unique thread to the rich fabric of our past. Marginalia, with their enigmatic imagery and often humorous observations, offer a unique window into this rich and complex past. They reveal the lighter side of medieval life, often hidden in the margins. They challenge us to look beyond the surface and delve into the minds of those who came before us, encouraging us to see the world through their eyes and understand their perspectives. Seeking to understand their world on their own terms, we gain insights into their daily lives, their beliefs, and their sense of humor. As we continue to explore these fascinating artifacts, we uncover not only the history of art and literature, but also the history of human experience itself. Each manuscript is a portal to a different time and place, so the next time you encounter a medieval manuscript, Take a moment to appreciate the margins. Look closely and you might find a hidden gem that tells a story all its own. You never know what hidden treasures and untold stories await your discovery. These margins are not just decorations, they are windows into the medieval mind.